This is a very vulnerable position that I'm putting myself in, and I would appreciate not being slaughtered. What better time than to start a YouTube channel when I move away from everyone? And if they want to see what I've been up to, I mean, I have videos now, so there's that. I'm gonna get more comfortable in front of the camera. I just gotta give it time. But for now, I'm just gonna sit down and tell you guys how my move-in went since I deleted all my vlogging footage. I feel so nervous. I was gonna do a chatty get ready with me, but I couldn't focus on what I was saying. So I decided that I wanted to move to Santa Cruz probably like the end of summer of last year because we're here all the time. And when I first mentioned it, my boyfriend told me no, that he didn't want to because our families were here. We had already started building a foundation where we were living. So I was like, fine. But that didn't stop me. I was still looking into jobs and kind of seeing like, well, what could I do out there if I did decide to move out there? And I continued looking at jobs. And then that led to me applying for jobs that I was interested in. And a lot of the jobs that I was applying for, I honestly didn't even think I was gonna get. Yeah, I applied for the jobs and I ended up getting a really cool job offer. And I told my boyfriend, I know you said you didn't want to move to Santa Cruz, but I kind of applied for a job and I got an interview. We should just go check it out. So we did. The lady that interviewed me offered me the job, and she was like, I know you don't plan on being here till the summertime, but I'll hold your position if you contact me in May stating that, you know, you're still gonna be coming. As soon as my interview was over, I went to the car, I sat down, and I was like, babe, you have to find a job here in Santa Cruz because I got this job. And that he went from not wanting to move to Santa Cruz to like, okay, let's do this. Like, I'll start applying. Going from I'm definitely not gonna get this job to, hey, we gotta start moving. That's crazy to me. The day my boyfriend got his offer letter is when we applied for this apartment. And that was an adventure in itself because we thought we were gonna need a co-signer, but with the jobs that we got, we were able to qualify for these apartments on our own. And that, in my head, I was like, that's a sign. Like, we don't need a co-signer, like we got this by ourselves. This is gonna be smooth sailing from here on out.
Boy, was I wrong.
So after we got our jobs, we got approved for the apartment, then it was move-in day. Move-in day was a mess, but it could have been avoided if I was more responsible. Yeah. So my job was to make sure the money order for rent was good to go. And I decided to wait the morning of move-in day to do the money order, not knowing I couldn't make a money order of that amount. My bank wasn't gonna let me. So when I tried to make the money order through a Western Union, my card got denied and I was freaking out. Let me backtrack. I decided to make the money order halfway to Santa Cruz, which is in Los Baños from where I'm coming from. When I'm at the Western Union trying to make the money order, my card gets declined. And I'm freaking out because I know I have the money. Why isn't my card going through? My next thing was to call my mom. I called her and I'm like, my card got denied. Do you have checks on you? Can you write out my rent for me? My mom doesn't carry checks, so I was shot out of luck with that. And so the whole time from Los Baños to Santa Cruz, I was freaking out, not knowing how I was going to pay the rent because we weren't going to get our keys unless we paid the rent. Everyone was mad at me because I should have had that done. And I know I should have had that done, but I didn't have the time during the week. I was working 8 to 8 every day and I didn't find the time I should have found the time and I didn't, and it backfired. And that was an experience I never, ever want to go through again. In the end, it all got worked out. My grandma ended up having the money and wiring me the money through Western Union, and from that, we made a money order. Even though it doesn't sound like a lot, this whole process took about 4 hours. When I pulled up to my apartment complex at 4:30 to hand them the money order, they were basically getting ready to leave because the office closed at 4, and they're in the office till 5, but they no longer like have the doors unlocked. So I'm like, they're like, I have the money, please open it. And I walk in, we exchange the money for keys, and I moved in. Having the keys in my hand was such an overwhelming feeling. I can't even describe it. Talking about it, I get all worked up over it. But I got the keys, I unlocked the doors, I came straight to our restroom and just started crying because I felt like that was the longest, hardest, most frustrating situation I had ever been in. And it's not a fun situation when you have other people saying like, you should have had this done. Like, yeah, I know I should have had it done, but I didn't do it, but it got done. I'm here. I made it. If you could take any lessons from this, get all your ducks in a row before anything else. Even if you have to call out of work, do that. I should have called out of work to go to my bank to get a cashier's check, or I should have let them know like, hey, I'm gonna need this much money pulled out. I make sure it's not gonna get denied, but I didn't, and that's okay. That's the story of my move-in and all the chaos with it. I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys my apartment. It's not fully decorated, but I do have furniture and everything. I am gonna make a series on my channel, decorating in general, and like redoing things that I want to redo in my apartment, so stay tuned for that. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye. So this is the front of my apartment. My favorite part is right outside here we have all this greenery. So in love with it. Alright, let's go on in, guys. So when you first walk in, we have this huge patio that I'm gonna decorate. Right now it's just, ignore that, but yeah, huge. Alright guys, so when you first walk in, this is what my apartment looks like. I don't have a kitchen table yet. Well, I do, but my grandma has it, so I still gotta go pick that up. So when you first walk in, we have this huge like entryway that I still gotta decorate. I don't have any decorations, so just a shoe rack, a suitcase with more shoes in it. We are still trying to adjust. And over here we have the living room. Here's just a different view of it. This is where I'm going to put my kitchen table. We have a storage closet right here. On this side, we have a bunch of jackets and stuff, and on that side, it's just like we use it as a pantry and whatnot. And we have the kitchen. Small little alley kitchen, but I love it. It's just me and my boyfriend, so we don't need a lot. And then we have the room. The room brings in the most light out of the whole apartment. And here's the restroom. I haven't started decorating anything, so everything we have, most of the stuff we have is kind of just, we just put it there for now. But yeah, This is my apartment.